And welcome to a Friday night here in Fredericksburg, Texas, where we have girls soccer on tap for you as the Canyon Lake High School girls take on the Fredericksburg girls. And a good evening to you on this Friday night. My name's Tony Brubaker. I'll be with you for the next couple of hours as we bring you exciting District 28 4A action. It's exciting to both of these teams, even though both of them are at the bottom of the standings, but nonetheless some bragging rights on who doesn't want to finish last this year in District 28 4A. Fredericksburg comes into the match with an 8-13-2 record. They are 1-6 in district play, while Canyon Lake is 2-15-0 overall and also 1-6 in district play. Canyon Lake's lone district win came against Fredericksburg by a 2-0 margin. On the other hand, Fredericksburg beat Bandera by a 1-0 score. Bandera finishes third in the district with a 3-4 record. We are not too far from the start of tonight's match as Canyon Lake takes on Fredericksburg, the Lady Hawks and the Lady Billies. The Billies in their red jerseys with gray shorts and red socks. The Hawks on the road in their white jerseys and white shorts and white socks. And we should get underway any moment now. It's a beautiful night, about 70 degrees here in Fredericksburg. And we will kick this one off right at 6 o'clock as we get the sign from our official. And we're underway. Fredericksburg will be moving from right to left. The Lady Hawks will be going from left to right here in the first half, as no one really has had a chance to control it much here in the opening minute from Fredericksburg. Ball kicked out by Canyon Lake, and Fredericksburg will throw it in from the near sideline. Again, the first team to string a couple of passes together may have an advantage here, as neither team has seemed to have been able to do that so far tonight. And now there's a breakaway. It's returned with a big kick and a chase for the Billies. And a save by Lexi Hedinger, the goalkeeper for Canyon Lake, just a sophomore. There's a handball that's finally called. Bentley Lees was the Fredericksburg player that was on the run that last time. She is 6th on the team in scoring with 5 points. She has 2 goals and 1 assist on the season. Ball kicked out that time by Fredericksburg will be thrown in by Canyon Lake. Maneuvering near the midfield area. That was a good send ahead, but it may be too much. We'll see them chase toward the far sideline, and in the corner the ball is centered nicely, but the pass goes awry and the Billies bring it back up the field. Ball will go out on the far sideline. Zara Stanton was controlling initially. Almost another handball on the far side. As Canyon Lake tries to bring it back. That ball goes out and will belong to Fredericksburg. We're about 3 minutes in on this Friday night, a scoreless tie early on. First half action. Canyon Lake, as I mentioned earlier, defeated Fredericksburg when they were at home in this district battle. 2-0 was that score. Canyon Lake's only district win so far, looking for the sweep against the Lady Billies here tonight in Fredericksburg. We'll have a toss in from the far side toward the goal area. We'll see who can control. There's a shot on goal that's stopped again by Hedinger. And she gets a good foot to this kick out near midfield. Stats don't do much for either one of these two teams. They've both allowed a lot more goals than they've scored on the season. Both of them averaging less than a goal per game. Fredericksburg gives around 2 goals per game up. Canyon Lake, on the other hand, has given up about 4 goals a game on the season. As the ball remains down on the Lady Billies' side of the field, Canyon Lake desperately trying to get it cleared out, as their defense has been good enough to keep them away from the goal. Still no one able to control it very much. That ball will be awarded to Fredericksburg here on the near sideline. Canyon Lake's team has just 3 seniors on it, and only about 7 juniors, so a lot of freshmen and sophomores getting a lot of playing time this season for the Lady Hawks. And there's going to be a free kick after a penalty whistle. These two teams fighting for the ball. Kalani Thorpe kicks it towards the goal. Lady Billies' defense is there. A few Lady Hawks fighting for position as the ball comes out. Controlled by Fredericksburg right now. But I think that was Stanton again, and she ended up dribbling the ball out of bounds. So Canyon Lake will toss it in. Unfortunately, the wind, which is blowing from the near side to the far side, probably at between 15 and 25 miles an hour. It's a strong wind tonight. The wind took the ball that was going in and pushed it right back out across the far sideline. One of the funny things you'll see as you watch soccer more and more, and at the high school level, it usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes for the players to get through that first adrenaline rush and then all of a sudden be a bit fatigued. It seems to be hitting tonight after about 7 minutes. These girls are already starting to look a little bit fatigued at times. But the ones who pull through and can fight through that fatigue get a chance on an early goal here, hopefully in the opening few minutes for the Lady Hawks. There's a ball centered. And the keeper comes out. Keeper Claire Nevins for the Lady Billies. Another ball fought for, controlled by Canyon Lake for the moment. And it goes out and will be awarded to Canyon Lake again on the far sideline. Again, a little bit bigger than a football field, the soccer pitch. Looks to be about 10 yards out, maybe 15 on either side. And here's a chance for Fredericksburg, and that goal kick goes awry. A good run that time by Bentley Lees, the freshman. She was battling up the field and got it past the keeper, but also past the net on the far right side. And that was about 8 minutes in to this first half here in Fredericksburg. Final district game for both teams. Fredericksburg on the loose again. Second time in less than a minute, two different players have been running toward the goal. This ball will come out on the near sideline and be awarded to Fredericksburg. Patricia Rojas was the player who took it towards the goal the last time. As the forward stays in the middle of the action here, now she gets a pass. Well, that's not her. There's a shot on goal that goes wide right. That's Stanton again. As different players have had runs now so far in the opening 10 minutes of this game here in Fredericksburg between Canyon Lake and Fredericksburg. Again, Hettinger will have a goal kick. The Lady Hawks bring it up the far sideline. A good pass ahead is then sent backwards and out of play with the help of the wind. Ball shaggers will bring in a new ball for the Lady Hawks to send it in. If we can shift balls to the near sideline, we've got someone who slowed down. That was Lindsay Ford. I don't know that she anticipated the ball was coming back that quick. And it'll be a Canyon Lake throw-in from the near sideline, just inside the 30-yard line. Sends it ahead. Nice looking pass to Shuttleball. And that ball goes past the end line and will be a goal kick for Fredericksburg. Again, the final district game for two teams that are 1-6. Bernie leads District 28 4A right now. They are 8-0 in district play and 15-2-2 overall. So probably one of the top teams in the San Antonio area. Wimberley finished second at 5-2 in district. They still have a game. They're playing Bandera tonight. Wimberley 10-2 overall and 5-2 in district. Bandera 9-7-1 overall and 3-4 in district. And another penalty kick will come for the Lady Hawks out near the 25-yard line. As we have two officials here refereeing tonight. A little contact over there on that one. And more contact continues as the two teams fight for possession here in the first half. And there's a centering pass that the keeper Hettinger will come up and save. Fredericksburg has been the much more aggressor offensively. Canyon Lake's has not been able to so far string anything together to get the ball up the field. Here's the sideline toss as the ball heads towards the corner, finally clears the sideline where Fredericksburg will throw it in. Probably about 10 yards out, but again, they're throwing it in from goal-scoring areas. The toss will come from Stanton as the defense gets ready. And there's a ball that got through all the defenders, and the keeper had to come out and get it. That was dangerous. Better kick by the keeper this time. We'll get out near midfield. The Billies are there better in numbers and send it back, where Hettinger will pick it up and kick it again. If I'd say the wind is helping either team, it's probably more right to left than anything, but it still seems to be going more from the near side to the far side. Lady Hawks defense trying to scramble to get back in possession. Bar on the near sideline will be awarded to Fredericksburg. Michaela Childs, one of the Lady Billies involved. There's a centering pass that gets through a pair of both defender offensive pairs, controlled by Fredericksburg, sent towards the side or the end line, where it will result in a goal kick for Canyon Lake, and we have some subs. Freshman Cassie Bourgeois will come in for Ashley Hudson. For Canyon Lake. Defense seems to be a little out of sorts right now as the Billies putting a lot more pressure on, and this one will go down past the end line again, where it will result in another goal kick for Canyon Lake. We've played 15 minutes of this first half. Still no score. Goal kick comes out near far sideline. Controlled by the Billies as they bring it towards the middle. Nice block of a pass and a kick out by Canyon Lake. That'll be a throw in for the Lady Billies, but nonetheless the defense did a good job that time of getting the ball out of the scoring area. And that throw in affected by the wind again. The throw in again comes into play and the wind takes it away. So Canyon Lake will throw it in and brings it up the side. Canyon Lake with its first real scoring opportunity has it inside the 20. But the defense is outnumbering them by a bunch right now as the ball goes out off of Canyon Lake. And we'll have a penalty kick for Fredericksburg after that confrontation on the far sideline. Fans from both sides are on the far side of the field, as you hear a few of them now. Canyon Lake fans at least voicing their displeasure with that last call. And the ball goes out across the sideline on the far side. Both teams continue to battle without a whole lot of success. And you hear more fans now asking for particular calls. Canyon Lake does a nice job of getting that one out of a scoring zone and off to the far sideline where Fredericksburg will toss it in. As we near the 23-minute mark, we've played about 17 minutes. Here's a toss in, headed out by Canyon Lake, and now a kick would get it out of the scoring area for sure. Carly Shuttleball continues to fight for the offensive side of Canyon Lake as she tries to get the ball up the field and go with it. But the Billies' defense seems to be better right now. There's some contact as the ball is cleared up the far sideline by Canyon Lake. Fred sends it in from the far sideline, and Canyon Lake again starting to pick up the defensive aggressiveness, I guess, a little bit. And here's a ball that will come up near the sideline, but Unfortunately, Lindsey Ford slipped and fell, and the ball goes out, but will be thrown in by Canyon Lake. Just a heads up, Canyon Lake boys soccer. If the boys win at home tonight against Fred, they will finish in second place in district, and they will have a chance to play Lampasas. If they lose, they play Liberty Hill as the fourth seeded, and it will be on the Hawks Network either way. So good news for Canyon Lakes boys, who will have a chance for playoff action next week. I think the second place against Lampasas sounds better to me than going to Liberty Hill, because Lampasas would be at home, and that is obviously where you want to be as the Hawks send. Trying to see who just went in. Might have been Hannah Williams, number 3, in for the first time. So the Hawks now try to change sides of the field, but can't control it completely, as now the Fredericksburg had a scoring opportunity. A great job by Hedinger to come out and really stop that one right there at about the 15-yard mark. Good job of coming out from the net and stopping that one before it got much off her foot, because that would have been a goal-scoring opportunity for Fredericksburg. Had she not been out that far, she could have probably wiggled it past the keeper if the keeper had stayed anywhere near the net. So good job by Lexi that time, the sophomore, to come out and put a stop to it. So Canyon Lake will throw it in from near midfield on the far sideline. Don't have a lot of details for when Canyon Lake beat Fredericksburg at home, but their scoring opportunities have been few and far between in the first 20 minutes here, so I'd like to know when they came and how it came about. Now the ball down on the Lady Hawks side of the field a little bit better right now, and they'll have a toss in from near the 25-yard line, maybe the 30, but it is Hawks ball. Need some more of those midfielders to push up. Well, I guess Fred threw it in, but the Hawks have control. Again on the far sideline, it'll be a Fred throw-in. Everybody kind of watched that last one on the throw-in. Nobody went for it initially. Finally, the Lady Billies got to it, and they have possession up the far sideline. A centering kick has a chance to be controlled by Childs, but it's taken away from here, and here come the Lady Hawks. And a chase to the ball on the far sideline. It'll be controlled by or thrown in by the Lady Hawks. And another sub. Alexis Ozuna, a sophomore forward, comes in for the Lady Hawks. So as I mentioned, a lot of sophomores and freshmen getting playing time this season as the Hawks finish out the 2019 spring season. Lady Billies throw in, knocked down by the Hawks. Now someone tries to control, or both teams try to control on the far sideline, and a lot of bodies there and no real control. Ozuna, who just came into the game, got physical that time and tried to do her best to get control away from Fredericksburg. Defense stops the ball before it gets to net. Now someone will try to clear up the sideline. Nice job of getting the ball out of harm's way. Sledball tries to get it back and sends it up the sideline. It's a race to see who can get to it before the ball goes out of play, and The Lady Billies will have it down near the Canyon Lake 10-yard line. Defenders come up. Someone needs to control. Centers it nicely. Good job by Leach. The kick ahead is deflected. And now up high in the air as everybody angles toward it. Nobody gets a piece of it. Now the Lady Billies miss it. Chasing it down is Bourgeois. And it's all the way to the far sideline. Thorpe tried to battle for it, and it's there on the sideline. Now more help comes. Ball centered where the Lady Hawks can reverse field. And that'll go out off of Fredericksburg, and Hannah Williams will be in the near sideline. I don't know if she'll throw it in. No. It'll be Ozuna comes in to throw it in. Again from the near sideline around the 35. She'll pitch it ahead. And Shuttleball did a nice job of getting another throw in as it went off of a Lady Billy. This time we're down near the 10-yard line, which is about 20 yards from the goal, which is on the far side of the end zone. There's a ball in front of the net that just gets kicked loose. Now someone about the 20-yard mark sends towards the goal, and that one goes awry. That was Adriana Peasley. Her shot on goal was unsuccessful, but got the ball back on this side of the field to stay for a bit. Now if the Lady Hawks can stay with possession. Good job that time by the defensive, kicking it out of play so that Fredericksburg couldn't continue with the run on this near sideline. A good throw in this time, had some distance to it. Now battered about and off Canyon Lake across the near sideline. Another throw in with some distance, headed out by Canyon Lake. Here's a nice clearing pass, controlled somewhat by the Hawks. One more pass is deflected and stopped, but now another chance. Right now the Lady Billies seem to be a little quicker to the ball through different situations on the field, and here's a far sideline run. Good job of coming out again. That was Stanton, and Hettinger comes out and makes the save and kicks it. High arching kick. Shuttleball had fought for it. Now it's cleared to the far side where the Lady Hawks have some room. Pass goes too far, and control goes out of bounds to the Lady Billies. Gone under 15 minutes to play in this first half. Still no score. 2 1-6 District 28 4A teams battling to stay out of that cellar, if nothing more. Battling for pride on this final district game of the season here in Fredericksburg, Texas. That one goes off the Billies and out of play. Hawks will throw it in. Some more subs for Canyon Lake, and Shuttleball, who's been the main offensive weapon, comes out. Ashley Hudson is in. Lindsay Ford is back in for the Lady Hawks. Toss in headed by the Lady Billies. Now territory fight and a kick ahead, but no one is there offensively. Keeper will come out near the edge of her zone and then kicks it. Nice line drive kick. Gets a good bounce across midfield. The Lady Billies kick it ahead, and I think Hettinger is going to get to it before any red uniform player does, and does that again. This kick is better too, going towards midfield. Some control save try. But the ball is kicked out of play on the far sideline. The Hawks will throw it in there. No score from Fredericksburg. Friday night action District 28 4A Girls Soccer here on the Hawks Network. Glad you've come along with us on this Friday night. As the Lady Hawks try to put another effort together, that one will go off of Fredericksburg and will be a toss-in for Canyon Lake. Well, at least that's what I saw. It's not what the referee saw, so it'll be a toss-in for Fredericksburg. See if Canyon Lake can make something out of it anyway. Ball comes up the near sideline, this time kicked out by Fredericksburg. Canyon Lake will throw it in. And here's trouble. On the loose, it's Stanton. One-on-one with the keeper and misses the goal. Wow. Hedinger came out nicely to make the zone, to cut down the zone for the kicker to have more or less net, if you will, to kick it into. And that time Stanton sent it wide left. Last time it was wide right. So the goal kick comes out. Canyon Lake struggling right now, trying to control balls coming to them and end up sending it back the wrong way a couple of times recently. That has really slowed their offense down. Throw in from the far sideline by the Lady Billies. This one again has good distance on it. It's headed out by Canyon Lake and chased and then kicked beyond the sideline. So another goal kick for Canyon Lake as we go under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Fredericksburg High, home of the Battlin Billies and the Lady Billies. Canyon Lake doing their best. That looked like a handball. Doing their best to keep the ball down on this end of the field. One more chaser can have a chance. Canyon Lake continues to play aggressively this way, and we'll have a throw in from near midfield on the far sideline. Don't know who that went off of. They're going to give it to Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg right now is confident with what they have offensively. They've got three players back defensively that really haven't left, their side of the goal-scoring area. They don't come out very far, and they haven't had to so far because of the few times Canyon Lake has been aggressive offensively. Ball loose on the far sideline. Thought someone could have controlled that one a little better than just kicking it out of play, where now the Lady Billies have a throw in from the sideline. Ball comes forward. That one did hit someone's forearm. I'm surprised a handball wasn't called. That one cleared again for another throw in for Fredericksburg. Under 8 minutes to play, still no score. Lady Billies and the Lady Hawks. This ball headed out past the end line by Fredericksburg will be a goal kick for Canyon Lake. Got a couple of valuable ball chasers out here on the field tonight doing their best work to keep balls nearby when the ball goes out of play and unable to be chased down right away. There's some aggressive fighting that time by both teams. Ozuna for Canyon Lake. That was Williams who got involved, and now the ball is loose, headed toward Canyon Lake's goal. Chased down by Hudson. Now up to help is Williams. And it's cleared down the sideline and not stopped until the 30-yard line when Leach got a foot to it. Good job by the defense of getting into gaps now. Ozuna had a hard time controlling that, and the Billies get a hold of it. But Ozuna comes right back and clears it. A nice advancing pass. Kind of surprised someone got knocked down there and there was no whistle. Kind of helped the Billies keep possession of it. That has to be our throw. No, my. Throw in for the Lady Billies. Again, a defender went to kick a ball and clear it up and got run over by an offensive player, a forward, and there was no whistle. That ball cleared out of the space. It will belong to Canyon Lake. Chase to the ball by Leach. Sends it wide as we near 5 minutes to go in the half. Leslie Aguilar comes in, a senior for Fredericksburg. She has 1 goal on the season, obviously coming in for offensive efforts. The thrower in that time slipped and fell. Almost surprised they didn't make her redo it. And that'll be a goal kick for Fredericksburg. The alignment has a lot of defensive players. A lot of contact down there. And there's a ball sent past the end line by Fredericksburg. I think they almost tried to turn it with her shoulder there and get it towards the net unsuccessfully. So less than 5 minutes to go. It's still no score from Fredericksburg. Goal kick comes out short. Now comes out and sent back by Fredericksburg, so it'll be a throw in for Canyon Lake. No score. Remember, Canyon Lake beat Fredericksburg at home several weeks ago by a 2-0 score. Right now, Fredericksburg's been the only team to have any kind of offensive, aggressive moves towards the goal. Now the defense clears it again, and the offense sends it back in. Defense gives a stop to it. Now Fredericksburg is forcing the issue again. Good clearing kick. I'll tell you what they're not doing is they're not calling those balls that come up and hit them in the forearm in front of their body, which is probably the right call. And here's a illegal contact. We'll give the ball back to Canyon Lake out near the 25-yard line with 3:20 to go here in the first half. Still no score. Number 4, 2 teams tied in 4th place in District 28 4A, playing it off tonight. The winner gets 4th. The loser gets 5th in the girls soccer district for 28 4A. Nice kick that time. That was Ozuna. And this will be a throw in for the Lady Billies as the ball went off the front of one of the Lady Hawks. And Audra Garcia says no big deal. Now the ball out near midfield being fought for by both teams. Canyon Lake tries to reverse field and send it to the far or to the near sideline, but no one can run it down. That was Hannah Williams trying to get there. 2:20 to go in the first half. Still no score. Canyon Lake trying to mount some kind of a charge, but so is Fredericksburg. Neither team able to control the ball well enough really to get much done. Fredericksburg's done a better job, of chasing the ball up the field and giving a chasing pass to go get it. They've done that several times tonight. Canyon Lake with opportunities that have been few and far between. They had a couple of corner area sends that have been unsuccessful. And this will be a throw in from the near sideline for Leach. To Ozuna. Back to Leach. Doesn't get all of that kick, and it'll go out of play. Minute and a half to go. Both teams getting a little more frantic with the ball. Again, those three Billy defenders have been there all night, but almost a hole in their defense. Now Canyon Lake will try to chase the ball. Good job that time by the defender. That's Randy Green. Tries to send it ahead and does out near, I think that was Williams, but she couldn't control it, and it'll be a throw in with less than a minute to go. Good job by Williams of sending it back, and this one will go past the end line, and we'll have a goal kick in the closing seconds of this first half. .20 seconds to go. The goal kick comes out to about the 30 before it's bumped down. Now towards the sideline, tries to bring it up the sideline as as Leach. Now towards the goal, a kick comes. Good job of bringing it out. The defensive effort here in the closing seconds, and that should be the end of the first half. In the case of extra time, we'll keep it here for you. Yep, it is the end of the first half. So, after 40 minutes of action, we've got no score from Fredericksburg, Texas. Girls soccer between Canyon Lake and Fredericksburg, 0-0 after the first 40 minutes. We'll have a brief halftime and then bring you the second half action as well, but not until we take this time out on the Hawks Network.
With university admission competition at its peak and demand in the workplace for the best and brightest young talent, the time is now to give our students the edge at Comal ISD. And that edge is Memorial Early College High School. No matter where you reside in Comal ISD, MEX will help accelerate your learning and prepare you for a lifetime of success. You have a choice to make your high school experience fit you and your way of learning. Through a unique relationship with St. Philip's College, you can earn an associate's degree of arts. That's 2 years of college for free while you are still in high school. MEX offers a combination of regular and dual credit courses taught right here by instructors that have master's degrees. Learn in a hands-on collaborative way at MEX. Research, explore, problem solve, and build long-lasting relationships with driven, focused, and great students like yourself. Our campus is unique with many opportunities to get involved in school spirit. Our many clubs, academic UIL, sports, community, and leadership opportunities will have you screaming with eagle pride and soaring to new heights of excellence. Explore your options with Comal ISD. Explore Memorial Early College High School today.
In this arena, we come at you like a freight train. Here, nothing but sidestepping, high-flying, over-the-top action. And this is where tradition, pride, and determination all come together. Big East, Pac-12, and Big Ten on Fox and FS1.
Watch FS1, GVTC, Channel 515.
Warning, what you are about to see is disturbing.
I want to spit this out right now.
That's why they called in the experts.
What do you focus on first?
Look at this, holding it with a spatula.
They say burn, I say smoky flavor.
We taste the food, so you don't have to.
All new, Worst Cooks in America, Sunday night at 9, only on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC, Channel 563.
Where Zaxby's is from. Some like it classic. Some like it saucy. For others, it's gotta be crispy. But everyone loves the flavor that brings us together. And whether you like it spicy or old school, you'll like it even more. Because Zaxby's 5 fan favorites are now just $5.99 each. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
Your life is full of journeys. You're always on the go, dealing with ever-changing challenges. And there's a place where you always feel welcome and safe, a place you call home. But you can't be everywhere at once, or can you? Honeywell Total Connect keeps you connected to your home no matter where you are. Receive push notifications on your iOS device every time motion is captured or someone presses your Skybell video doorbell. You can now see, hear, and speak to your visitors all through the Honeywell Total Connect iOS app.
Hello, Becky.
Hi, Aunt Susan, I'm here.
Sure, I'll open the door for you.
You can use your smartphone to disarm the security system and unlock the door for your guests, while seeing, hearing, and speaking to your visitor all from one app on a single screen. Honeywell Total Connect helps to increase your home security, keeping you comfortable and always in control. Now you can focus on what truly matters. Enjoy the convenience you've never had before. Honeywell Total Connect grants you peace of mind so you'll never miss anything ever again. Picture the possibilities.
The Maine Cabin Master's main motto. Yeah! Work hard. Work harder. In any weather. Any weather.
Just another day in the life of Maine Cabin Masters.
On an all-new Maine Cabin Masters, Monday night at 9, only on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC, Channel 126.
Down in Texas, modern-day prospectors are making big bucks flipping houses. But before they can cash in, they gotta move them. Hauling homesteads and kicking asphalt. All new Texas Flip and Move, Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Watch DIY GVTC, Digital Cable Channel 126. GVTC, just plain smart.
Nice. Hey, can I borrow those?
Okay.
Yeah? I'll see you later.
Flipping houses in Chicago it's a gamble.
The budgets can spiral out of control.
It's already kind of spiraled. A profit like that is worth the gamble. So we are all in.
How am I going to get a railing in 2 weeks?
This job's going to kill me.
All new Windy City Rehab, Tuesday at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
At Frost, we have the top-rated app in the banking category. Yet it's the half star that's missing that has our attention. So we're always pushing, tweaking, and updating. Because even a little half star will keep us up at night.
The Big Ten. You play hard and win hard. Every hook and slam explodes. And the thunder and rumble is pure percussion. The Big Ten on Fox, FS1, and the Fox Sports app.
Watch FS1, GVTC, channel 515.
Big brother, here we go. I'd like to see us do something 10 times as big as we did last year. We only have one shot.
Yes!
What in the world is that? This is a previously unknown ancient structure on Oak Island. This year is go big or go home.
The Curse of Oak Island, all new Tuesdays at 9 on History.
Watch History Channel, GVTC, channel 557.
America? Who will be the next American Beauty star?
You guys have beat out thousands of talents in hair and makeup artists to be here.
You need that wow moment.
It's time for me to go to war. An all-new American Beauty Star, Wednesday at 10 on Lifetime.
Watch Lifetime, GVTC, channel 560.
If you bank at Frost, we'll help keep your money safe. If you use your Frost debit card, the chip will make it more secure. If there's a suspicious transaction on your card, you'll get an alert. If you do, you can freeze your card with the Frost app. If you lose your phone, Touch ID login will help keep the app secure. Of course, if all you need is help from people who care, we've got that too.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Erin.
And this is our hometown. When we renovate one house and the homeowners say, this feels like our home. Wow.
It's amazing. When you improve the homes in a community, the entire town gets its legs back.
All new Hometown, Monday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
And we're back on the Hawks Network here in Fredericksburg. We're ready for the second half momentarily. No score in the first half, so we won't recap the scoring for you. That would be rather quickly done. As again, both teams come into the game with 1-6 district records. So the winner will get fifth place all alone, or fourth place all alone. The losing team will get fifth place. If we tie, then they'll tie for fourth, as they're tied right now. Canyon Lake will have possession to start this one. Our two officials trying to get themselves in position for the final 40 minutes. Check with both keepers. Get their watches ready to go. And our crowd of 125 fans or so here on this Friday night begins its voicing of their pleasure or displeasure with the game. There's better activity from the Canyon Lake offense right off the bat as Canyon Lake moves right to left here in the second half. The Lady Billies go left to right. As you watch on your screens tonight, good job again. Bourgeois trying to force the issue. Now here's Shuttleball, who spent the final few minutes of the first half on the bench after getting subbed for. Canyon Lake will reverse the ball to the far side, or try to reverse the ball to the right side, unsuccessfully, but they continue to fight, some pushing and shoving. That time we clear the ball to Lady Billies on the far side. Michaela Childs sends it all the way across the far line. It'll be a Fredericksburg throw-in. Childs again was the instigator that got it out that way. Throw in from near the 10. A good long throw in towards the front of the goal. Headed a couple of times. Now it dribbles past the end line, and that should be a goal kick for Canyon Lake. Probably the biggest deterrent for good goal kicks right now is they don't have anyone who can send the ball very far with their right leg. As the goal kick comes at this point. Tries to place it, and it'll go out of play on the far sideline belonging to Fredericksburg. Again, most of the first half problems for Canyon Lake were just the inability to control the ball and make something happen in a string of passes or movement with the ball. Like Fredericksburg had a couple of times on a couple of runouts on kicks ahead. Canyon Lake just has trouble controlling it with passes and such. A touch pass there, and now a kick to this side of the field where we've got a player. Now the goal goes back towards our goal. And now out past the 30, there'll be a throw-in for Fredericksburg. And another throw-in will come momentarily. There's a kick towards goal, high arching kick that the keeper Hedinger comes out and makes a nice save. She'll put a foot to it that'll bounce out near the 40 and get a good hop on it. Shuttle ball tries to bring it up the near sideline, tries to control it before it goes out, and they'll say she was unable to as it goes out near the 25. Good run out, good try by Carly. Throw in by the Lady Billies. Contested just a bit. Now a white throw in as shuttle ball kicked it off of a Fredericksburg player and out of play. That is Azuna with the throw in. This time it's kicked off of Price for Canyon Lake and will be a Fredericksburg throw in. Again, Fred with the throw in. Headed out by Canyon Lake. Another throw in to come. Canyon Lake has a chance here if they can control the ball, and shuttle ball doing her best. She's got some ability that time. She got hit pretty good as the ball went off her foot out of play. I think she's getting a little frustrated by the contact that's not being called tonight. Throw in for Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg has some momentum, but Canyon Lake's defense did a nice job of turning it back. Leach and Thorpe and some others were back there. Bourgeois slowing down, and there's another throw in that's still in play. Canyon Lake on the far sideline. That's a Canyon Lake throw in as it goes out off of, actually I think they called a handball on Fred. So a penalty kick for Canyon Lake. Nice arching kick comes down the near far sideline, and is sent out of bounds by Fredericksburg. Lindsay Ford's over there. I think she'll do the throw. No, Azuna will come and throw it in. as we've got a sub. Audra Garcia comes back in. At least I think she's coming back in. Yeah, she'll be in for Kayla Price. Kaya Price, pardon me. So after Price goes out, Canyon Lake will have a throw-in inside the 10-yard line, so this could be valuable. Nice throw-in. No control yet. Kicked out by Fred and a good clear, but we're right there. Canyon Lake has to just turn it around. Instead, Fred beats him to the ball. Now somebody's got to turn this back, and they kick it out of play on the near sideline. Make sure you subscribe to the Hawks Network by clicking on that red button on YouTube. We've got both boys playoff soccer, softball, and baseball. Most will we also, just let me remind you, we will be live at the Canyon Lake High School graduation ceremony. That's January 1st at 5 p.m. Too aggressive that time is Anna Hedinger, the sophomore, was called for the push that time that hadn't been called many times tonight, but that time she got whistled and the ball belongs on a penalty kick to Fredericksburg. We've played almost 8 minutes here in the second half, still no score. Again, make sure you subscribe to the Hawks Network by clicking on the red button on YouTube, as playoff boys, playoff soccer, softball, and baseball, and the Canyon Lake High School graduation will be on live. That is again June 1st at 5 o'clock. Lots of things you can enjoy on the Hawks Network. Tonight it's girls soccer here at Fredericksburg as the Lady Hawks are fighting their tails off trying to get another win. Both teams come into the game 1-6. The winner gets that elusive second win this season. As they continue to battle, defense doing a better job here in the early minutes, getting the ball back up the field, though we missed that one. Good job by the tail end, the stopper. There's some pickup moves on the near sideline. Garcia tries to send it up towards the middle. Chased down by Canyon Lake's Policarte. And they'll have a throw in from the far sideline. Another run out for the Lady Billies, but it's cleared good by the defense. Now Bourgeois sends it ahead. Schledelball takes it up the far sideline, where the Lady Hawks will have a throw-in after the defender kicks it out of play. Throw-in will be inside the 10-yard line for sure. We need more players up there offensively. Pass comes through, gets through. No real contact initially, but the Lady Billies beat the Lady Hawks to it first. Now good job of Leach of turning the ball out of play on the far sideline to stop the run out. Throw in, a good one. Battled for. Should be another throw in for the Lady Billies. Ten minutes gone in the second half. Still no score. Fredericksburg has had the more aggressive and offensive scoring opportunities with a couple of shots on goal. Canyon Lakes hasn't really put a shot on goal specifically that's had to be saved. And we should have a corner kick now as the pass from the far side gets headed out beyond the end line. So time for the defense to step up here. A lot of coaching going on here by both coaching staffs. Not a bad kick from the corner. Headed by a couple of players, headed by a lady hawk towards the goal, which was not a good idea. But it's in a scrum right now, if you will. Now finally kicked out. Good job of clearing it. A high up in the air kick is now sent towards the goal. No one really wants to put a head on it, so it hits the ground and controlled by Fredericksburg right now. They'll send a shot towards goal, knocked down. I think that was Randy Green. Ball goes out and should be awarded to Canyon Lake with a sideline from the far side near the end line. It goes over one of the Canyon Lake players and controlled, well, by nobody. Canyon Lake will send it out of play, and it'll be a throw in for Fredericksburg. Again, controlling the ball has been something neither team has been real successful of. Obviously, the 0-0 score would tell you that, but no one's put a real serious threat other than a couple of first half threats that Fredericksburg put on goal. A couple of good saves, and now a good defensive job by Canyon Lake there. There's a shot on goal deflected in front of the net, and there's one that almost went in the net. I don't know if that hit the top crossbar or not, but it was saved by Hedinger as she reached up and got a good job of putting her mitts on it and knocked it down. As Fredericksburg's shot on goal was the best one we've seen tonight. Fredericksburg turns this one around, now puts a shot on goal that Hedinger will pick up in front of the net and bring out for a kick. Doesn't get a bounce at all as it's sent back by Fredericksburg. Canyon Lake has some defenders there who need to turn it around and not send it back towards the goal. Got an escape on this one, sends it up the sideline. Shuttle ball tries to control. It's in the midst. We've got a kick ahead. Shuttle ball will chase, but probably won't get to it before it's sent back by Fredericksburg's Larkin Penn. That one angles towards the corner. Two teams fighting for it. And I think it'll be, yes, it will be Canyon Lake ball, as the Fredericksburg player ended up kicking it out of play. Could have been Beyonce Bernal, who's been one of their aggressive forwards. There's a knockdown of the pass from the sideline. Now Leach wants to send it up the far sideline, but it'll go out of play and be ready for a throw-in. Two subs coming in for Fredericksburg. Rojas and Jacoby will be coming in for them. Again, a throw in from the far sideline by Fredericksburg. That one will be kicked past the end line and should result in a goal kick for Canyon Lake, and it is. Good looking there, shot there of the goal kick by Thorpe. Sent back quickly by Fredericksburg, but then cleared. Shuttle ball couldn't control that pass ahead, now tries to pitch it to herself ahead and chase it down, but their three-person defensive stand is right there waiting for her. This is Bernal on the far sideline, gets it taken away. I think Canyon Lake ends up kicking it out, though. So another throw in for Fredericksburg as we've played 15 minutes of this second half and still no score. The scoreless battle continues as the defense are better than the offenses. If you look at stats, that's not saying a whole lot, but neither team has mounted much of a threat, though Fredericksburg has had 3 opportunities at goal to this point, where Canyon Lake really hasn't even had one. Carly Shuttlebaugh, the sophomore forward, has been really the only scoring opportunity threat for Canyon Lake. And she's pretty much a one-person attack when the ball comes on the Canyon Lake side of the field. Biggest problem tonight, I think, has been every time we kick the ball up the field, someone trying to control it ends up kicking it the wrong direction or just knocking it down and stopping the forward momentum. And here's a clearing pass up the near sideline. Shuttlebaugh gives it and gets it back. Now she can control it there, but the defense is up the field. She is getting tired of chasing a ball that she can't get to because of the defensive being there. Here's a ball going towards the far sideline. Leach tried to chase it and ended up kicking it out of play. Good job of letting the defense get back in play. The throw in comes, but Leach is right there. Now someone else comes to help, and Canyon Lake has possession if they can control the ball. Shuttlebaugh comes up with it. Near sideline, across the 40, now the 30. Kicks it to herself. Now sets herself up for a scoring opportunity. She's knocked off her pace. Goes back after the ball. Tries to kick it on goal, but it's deflected. And now it'll be out of play on the near sideline, out near the 35 or 40-yard line, where Canyon Lake will have possession to throw it in. They try to throw it to Shuttlebaugh. Does her job. Ozuna tries to get it back to Kaylee on the far side or on the near sideline, but she's just too tired to go after that one. And Fredericksburg will throw it in from the near sideline. Now a threat in the scoring zone. If we can get to that ball before it goes out of play, that's going to be off of Fredericksburg, so it'll be a Canyon Lake throw-in. And Ozuna will come to throw it in. I want to remind you that Canyon Lake boys soccer has a broadcast next Friday. If they beat Fredericksburg tonight at home, they will finish second place in district and will play home against Lampasas. If Fredericksburg beats Canyon Lake, then the Canyon Lake Hawks will finish fourth, and they will have to travel to Liberty Hill. In any event, we will have it on the Hawks Network. Again, that's next Friday night. Canyon Lake we've played almost 19 minutes of this second half, and they've had the ball on their offensive side a lot more. Don't know if the impact of the wind has had that much of an impact, or Canyon Lake's just done a better job of being aggressive offensively, but they've had not some real scoring opportunities, but they've had the ball going that direction better than they did the whole first half. Ozuna's throw in, met by a host of red jerseys as they kick it back out of play again, and we'll have another throw in. So some pressure is being placed on the Fredericksburg defense. Ozuna. Throw in. Did they hit that? It's a corner kick. Do we have a corner kick? We do. The Canyon Lake Lady Hawks have their first corner kick of the night. And Kaylee Shuttlebaugh will put a toe to it on the far corner. Right-footed kick angles towards the middle. Its shot is tried too high, and it goes over the top of the net. Looked like it was Garcia maybe that put the foot to it. Good job, though, having our real first shot on goal, even though it was awry. It was momentum in the right direction as we've gone through the midway point of the second half. Ozuna took that kick from the goal kick off her head and seemed to be startled just a moment, or shaken up just a moment. Alexis Ozuna, the sophomore forward, seems to be okay, although she's putting her hand to her head again. Throw in from near the 15-yard line now by Fredericksburg. Knocked down by Canyon Lake. Kicked back by the Lady Billies. Looked like a good tackle that time as the ball goes out of play on the far sideline. And another throw in for Fredericksburg. Ball goes off Canyon Lake again. That's a long run to a throw in. As it goes back and we'll have it again. That is Zara Stanton. She gives probably almost a 10-yard run before she throws the ball. That time was a little shorter than the time before. We climb over the back to get that header out, but it is cleared somewhat. Far sideline, it'll go out and result in another throw in for the Lady Billies. Still no score. We've been scoreless through almost 52 minutes. Tony, can you even add up? It's been 22 minutes plus 4. That'd be 62 minutes in most people's math. In any event, we're scoreless. Less than 18 minutes left in the match, or game, if you will. And that one looks to be kicked out by Fredericksburg, so it'll be a throw in for Canyon Lake on the far sideline. They'll throw it ahead. And Carly, shuttle ball, unable to control it, frustrated. She's had a frustrating night because their defense has just been really good. Canyon Lake's defense hasn't been bad, just theirs has been a little bit better. That one should go off. Well, it didn't go out of bounds. Out of play, I should say. Does off Canyon Lake, and it'll be a throw in for Fredericksburg. Neither coach has taken a timeout through the first 63 minutes. Here's a high arching kick the defense will have to knock down. I think our keeper didn't really want to come after it. They're going to call it a goal kick as Fredericksburg was kind of going through players to try to get to the ball. And it'll be a goal kick for Canyon Lake. That kick had a little more success to it as it got out near the 40. And now our kick to the near sideline was too sharp. And it will be a throw in for the Lady Billies. And her throw in was not helped by the wind. I think it was just a really bad throw in. This throw in up the near sideline, a good one, intended for Carly. She'll fight for it. Then we swing and miss at the 45. And now being aggressive again is Anna Hettinger. Hettinger and Garcia there, frustrated by the whistle of contact. And a penalty kick from the 38-yard line. Ooh, handball in the goal area, and it wasn't called. One of the Fredericksburg players caught that ball on her forearm. Nice bounce. Defender holding back the Canyon Lake player. Ball still seems to be a little bit in our possession as we come up the field. A nice clearing kick up the sideline. Carly kicks it ahead to herself. She'll get to it before the sideline, inside the 10, now inside the goal area. If she has one player to beat and she gets by her, now if she can get a kickoff as the defense continues to surround her, as she now tries to clear it out, and Fredericksburg clears it altogether. Good stop, though, and the Lady Hawks still have possession. Need to find a way to get it to Carly on the move. Ozuna tried to send it across the other side of the field. We keep it here. And there's a steal of Thorpe's pass. And the Billies send it ahead with a chaser. Goes off of Fredericksburg. And she kicks it off to the end line, past the end line, so that'll be a goal kick for Canyon Lake. And it looks like we have subs for Canyon Lake as we've got under 15 minutes to play in the match. Both Peasley and Hudson will be coming in. Going out is Bourgeois. And I have to see who the second sub is for. That looks to be Hannah Williams. So a couple of fresh bodies on the field for Canyon Lake as the goal kick will come. And under 13 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this one. Far sideline kick. Out near the 30, stopped by Fredericksburg but not controlled. So it'll be a throw in for Canyon Lake. Up the far sideline, angled for, but not getting to Ashley Hudson. Stays in play, far sideline. Canyon Lake again fights for possession but misses a pass there. And they'll send it ahead towards the goal, and here comes Hedinger to knock it down and grab it, and she'll get rid of it with a good high kick. Angling near midfield. Goes over the top. Can Carly chase it down? They knock it down first. And the defenders just outnumber Carly right there in the offensive side of the field. She gets a shot in. And Canyon Lake has a chance to chase the ball near this sideline, but it'll go out of play as it's sent wide by Fredericksburg. Ozuna will come, and Alexis will have the throw in from near midfield. Aims it again for Carly, and she can't contain it, can't control it, and the Lady Billies will send it back up. Bernal tries to get a hold of it, battles for the ball with Hedinger, Anna Hedinger, and Hedinger wins the battle. Throws it ahead. Carly sends it towards center, and Fredericksburg there first. Now up the far side. On the move. That's Penn, and the ball is cleared nicely. A lot of contact that time. I think it was Leach who was battling. But they've been letting it go all night on this end, so let's let it go on that end a little bit too. Carly tries to fight for it, and then a tackle, and no whistle. And Ozuna is down. Somebody's got to blow the whistle on that one for sure. Oh, we got a chance now. Garcia comes after it. If she can send it across the field, she does, but not with a hard enough kick. Now back at her. Now she centers it up to Carly. Carly heads it over to the right side. Looks like Lindsey Ford's over there trying to keep it in play, and she's unable to. Ball had a lot of momentum with the wind behind it and goes out of play on the far side as we go under 11 minutes to play. Still no score, 0-0. As we near the final 10 minutes of this District 28 4A match. Throw in from the far sideline. Actually, it's going to be a penalty kick, I guess is what they called. Centering pass. They've got some speed. I think they're going to send it toward the corner. Our keeper goes out and clears it on the sideline, hits the official. No, it stayed in because it hit the official. Now no one's in goal. Our goalkeeper has to get back and finally does smother the ball. Lexi Hedinger is playing all out tonight. She wants the win, that's for sure. She is doing everything within her physical abilities to even get close. I'm telling you what, they are tackling people right and left, and some of them late. Should be blown. And there's a kick up the sideline. Anna Hedinger, a little too much juice on it as it goes out of play. Is that a sub, I think? Casey Brannon comes in. Good job of sending the ball ahead by Thorpe. Don't know if, and Carly cannot get to it for, but a nice try. Good idea to send it up towards the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Fredericksburg, but Goodness sakes, you haven't had enough opportunities. Send it ahead and see if maybe she can run it down and turn it toward the goal. As we go under 9 minutes to play, let me remind you again to subscribe to the Hawks Network by clicking the red button on YouTube. We've got boys playoff soccer. We've got softball. We've got baseball. Also, we will be live at the Canyon Lake High School graduation ceremony. So you senior parents know that we'll be there June 1st at 5 p.m. to stream that all for you on the Hawks Network. From the sideline, a couple of kick-outs. Now can someone get to it before Fredericksburg controls it? And we do. That's Anna Hedinger. Kicks it ahead. Now Carly pins her player. Tries to come with the left foot. Now back with the right foot. It'll go toward the sideline, but she'll center it back. Tries to center it. We're doing everything we can to try to put it in a position to score. Carly can't hold it. She is one fatigued young lady, I can tell you that right now. She has been working her tail off trying to get any kind of scoring chance, and it just hasn't been very obvious that we can get one. Goal kick comes out. Bounces out near the 30, now the 40. Someone needs to track it down. Anna did a good job of fighting for that one. And Ozuna will throw it in. Alexis from the toss. They've got covers of the drainage grates, it looks like. Comes near midfield. Carly deflects it towards the center, but the defense is there. Now a reverse kick by Thorpe sends it right. Can we run it down? They get there first. And they'll send it across to their offensive side, where it'll be kicked out of play. 7 minutes to go in the game. Still no score. 0-0. District 28 4A action from Fredericksburg, Texas. The Canyon Lake Lady Hawks against the Fredericksburg Lady Billies. Fredericksburg trying to push the issue again. Canyon Lake doing a bad job of sending it back towards their goal. The ball fights. The two players continue to fight for it. And it looks like it'll be a Fredericksburg throw-in down near the corner. So again, they've had some far-reaching throw-ins that have been in dangerous territories as we get near the 6-minute mark to play in this one. And he's bringing her all the way down near the corner, almost in the corner kick area. So the throw-in will come. Not as good a kick as we've seen. And this one will result in a corner kick for Fredericksburg. So as we go under 6 minutes to play, corner kick to come, and the kick will come from Sydney Holster, but it goes all the way across. A little more firm than I think it needed to be. At least no one got a hold of it, and a throw-in for Canyon Lake on the far sideline. Fred sends it out again, so another throw-in. Ozuna near the 25 for this toss. Trying to keep it on the sideline, trying to pin the players. Carly kicks it ahead to herself. Can she win the race? No, the wind takes it out of play. Another sub for Fredericksburg. Zara Stanton, who has played a bunch tonight but got subbed for a little while ago, is back in. So Fred will throw it in. They got a little anxious that time before the sub had cleared the field. Scoreless ties. We've got less than 5 minutes to play. Again, the ball on the far sidelines, kicked out of play off of Fred. Again, Canyon Lake, as the clock rolls at 4 minutes to play. We've got a sub trying to come in. Did the sub already come in? The sub's running on the field. That's all I know right now. Lady Billies clear the ball initially. Kicked back by Leach. Now it's out of play off Fred. And Canyon Lake will throw it in again. 3:40 to go. They aim it for Carly. It's knocked back. It's kicked back. Carly doing her best to pin several defenders, and now they're going to call a hold, I think. So that'll be a penalty kick for Canyon Lake. Looks to be about the 18, maybe 17-yard line on the far side. Just inside the football stripe. So a good kick here could give you a chance of a rebound. The referee comes out and measures for the wall. There's a good-looking kick towards goal. Gets a bounce, gets deflected. Still controlled a little bit by the Hawks. Trying to send it back to Carly, but can't get it there. Now it's kicked out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for Canyon Lake. Ozuna sends it on a one-hopper, deflected by a Fredericksburg player. And now they'll run it out. Less than 2.5 minutes to go. Canyon Lake turns it back. Fredericksburg sends it to the far sideline. Can they get to it in time? They do. It stays on the far sideline. Knocked out of play off of a Lady Billy. So as we near the 2-minute mark, Canyon Lake will throw it in. As they sub back in Hannah Williams. Ozuna trying to control it, and they'll call her for a penalty. Under 2 minutes to go, still no score. Fredericksburg trying to push up. Canyon Lake needs to get the ball out of there. That kick didn't work. Fredericksburg trying to center it, and it'll be knocked off of a Canyon Lake player, and it'll be a corner kick. Fredericksburg trying to hurry now as we near the 1 minute and 30-second mark. I need to tell the Canyon Lake players they don't have to hurry. Here's a centering kick. Kicked out. Deflected by Fredericksburg. Looks like Carly's trying to run it up the field. Gets bumped once, then gets cut off. Sent toward the near sideline. Fredericksburg's trying to center it. Canyon Lake needs to clear it out. Somebody clear it out of there. And there's a better kick, but it's deflected. Carly tries to stop it. Can't possess it. Here comes a turn of Fredericksburg. They've got a ball towards the near sideline. Now center it out and clear it out. Carly needs to send it other side, and she does. Even if it goes out of play, clock under a minute to go. Fredericksburg trying to hurry, gets it back and tosses it in. Canyon Lake gets a foot to it. Now needs to turn it up the sideline. Send it with a pass, and they do. Fredericksburg turns it back. Now send it back this way. Good job. Clear it over here. Somebody chase it down. Near the sideline it comes. 3 players, 2 Fred, 1 us. I think we're the only one who touched it. It should be a Fred throw-in, and it is with less than 30 seconds to go. Throw in from the near sideline. Ball fought for, now won. That's Bernal. Tries to send it in the middle. Tries to kick it towards goal. Hedinger will come up with the ball. Now with less than 10 seconds to go. The kick comes high and arching near the 40. It'll bounce high as we've got 5 seconds to go. Neither team will have a chance to score from this point forward as the horn will go off. There's the whistle, and that's the end of tonight's game. As we will end it with a 0-0 tie for a couple of teams in District 28 4A. I am told no. That's the boys. Boys score is the Canyon Lake boys with 15 minutes left in the first half are down 1-0 to Fredericksburg. And again, I'll give you details of that in just a moment. But it does look like this game will be over in a 0-0 tie as the end of District 28 4-8 action happens for both teams with a tie. Both teams are now 1-6-1 and tied for 4th place in the district. So let me remind you again that next week, Canyon Lake Boys Soccer is on the Hawks Network. If they beat Fred tonight, and as I just told you, late in the first half, they're down 1-0, they will finish second and will play at home to Lampasas. If they lose, they will play at Liberty Hill as the 4th seed, and it'll all be here on the Hawks Network. We'll take a timeout, or we'll just wrap it up from now. The Canyon Lake Hawks girls soccer team finishes now 2-15-1 and 1-6-1 as they tie Fredericksburg by the score of 0-0. So for everyone with Bowick Productions on the Hawks Network, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless.